So far, the crew has cleared every hurdle naysayers have placed in their way. Columbus would be home to one of the 10 inaugural teams. Columbus has outperformed much larger cities. The true success indicator has been from the fans.
Well, it's going night out.
Hello and welcome to the Upper 90 Club. I'm not your host, Mars. I'm Ben. And then who do you think you are? I am. We are a roundtable podcast that talks about the Columbus Crew. And we tip the hat to our friends. I am here with Not Mars. Say hi, Not Mars.
Hi, Not Mars.
And I'm here with Mort. Say what's up, dog.
Hey, Not Mars.
Hey, and I'm here with Haas. Hey, what's up, baby?
What's up, baby?
It's tight. All right, Trey, you say, what's up, Scooby Scoobies?
What's up, Scooby Scoobies?
This is great. I want to start it this way every time. Now everybody say, Ben's the best, and he's got big muscles, and he can dunk a basketball. Crap. Well, all right. Well, I want to get into it, but before we hop into any of the fun stuff concerning the game, non-breaking news, we didn't really get to cover this, but I did want to talk about the gambling, because we got some gamblies over here, don't we? We got some gamblies. We gambling?
Gambling.
Yeah, it's pretty much just Haas.
But you don't gamble on your work, though, right? Like, that's not what we do.
Can you even gamble on your
work? I have
work?
insider information.
I gamble in life. I moved to the States.
Well, so we heard that former Crew players Yao Yaboa and I Heart Big D Jones got in trouble for gambling. And I was like, well, okay, yeah, like you can't gamble. And then it was revealed why. And
I quote, players engaged in extensive gambling on soccer, including on their own teams, during the 2024 and 2025 seasons. In one instance, both players bet on Jones to draw a yellow card during an October 19th, 2024 match, which he received.
Why?
Yeah.
Why do they think they can get away with this? Why?
I don't know how long they were investigated. So we kind of thought that was 2024.
I mean, it totally explains why Derek Jones only played 3 games last year and Yagyabo was shipped off and he didn't play very much in LA. 100%. Yeah. We sat here last year going, why isn't Derek Jones playing? How come Derek Jones isn't seen in the field? You got this big guy who's played before. Why isn't he playing?
It took them
because
he's an
idiot
to figure that out. Like it seems like it took like way too long. If it's true that when they stopped playing to when we heard about it, like, I mean, it had to have been less than a week ago,
I'd like
right?
To
like
know how much they bet. How much was it? Was it like $20 or was it like I'm doing my paycheck? Right?
What site can you find that you can bet on a specific player to get a yellow card? Like
it had to be an offshore thing. That had to be like a Jay Harmon thing.
I mean, in which case would they have hearing that he bet that he would get a yellow card and he did, like, legit pisses me off.
And wasn't that the one where he had just subbed in?
Yes.
No, was that a red card one?
That was a red card.
Right?
No, that was Charlotte that he got the red card in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It was against Red Bull, the October 19th game. But
yeah,
I would say his red card against Charlotte was the ref betting that he would give a red card to somebody. Because, like, he didn't, like, try to get a red card. That was, like, not even a yellow, and he got kicked off, like, immediately. Yeah. So,
well, no, I think the MLSPA stepping in probably had something to do with this taking so long. Like, they probably discovered it last year, and then it's been going through legal channels in terms of, Players Association, like, holding things up. And what are you doing, man? Like,
I don't know.
I don't care about gambling. If you want to gamble, that's fine. I could care less, but you know the rules. You know the rules. If you play a sport, you cannot gamble, and you definitely cannot gamble on your own team.
Dude, yeah. And I wouldn't even be pissed if he was like, I bet on the Crew to win the cup. I'd be like, hell yeah, dog. Like, didn't Pete Rose, like, always bet on his team or something like that?
According to Pete, that is true, yes.
Okay, well,
I mean, not according.
No further questions. I totally believe Pete Rose.
Dead, but
what's disappointing is you could be the player that lives through Crew lore as the guy who scored a great goal in MLS Cup final
for Yaboa.
Yeah, right.
For Yaboa, And now you'll be like the guy that just shipped off and obviously now found out he was betting.
Well,
that's what he's going to be known about.
And he bet previous to that goal, right?
No, it sounds like this was of 24, right?
24 and 25 is all they specifically talk about.
Wild.
So,
which I'm not sure. Well, no, because the crew betting stuff started in 23, I think.
Didn't Yeboah score yesterday too for the team he plays for in China?
Yeah.
Pretty sure he did.
Oh, they don't care about that crap in China.
Yeah. I assume everybody's betting in China. It's just, dude.
I thought part of the league statement was interesting, which I got a part of it here. It says, the league will continue to enforce its policies, enhance education efforts, and advocate for the elimination of yellow card wagering in all states to protect the integrity of our competition for clubs, players, and fans. But so they're only going against yellow card wagering because the league just partnered with, I don't remember the company, but some sports wagering company for the whole league.
Opta or, whatever.
I mean, did he use a fake name? Like I thought, the whole thing just is weird, man.
And anything that takes like no effort to get shouldn't be allowed to gamble on, like own goal, a yellow card, or like spit on the ref. You know, like it's kind of like those are easy to control and manipulate. Like scoring 3 goals in the game is like if you bet on yourself to score 3 goals in the game and you score 3 goals in the game. I mean, good for you. You deserve
it. As long as the other goalie wasn't involved.
Right. He's like, all right, dude, I got 100K on this thing. What these babies doing?
It's just weird. When I heard it was a yellow card and it actually happened, I was like, Dad, this sucks. I don't know. It's lame. So, yeah.
Anyways,
I mean, we always kind of
lifetime suspension.
Sure.
Good.
I mean, that's what should happen. Like, get shot into the moon, dog.
Unfortunately,
get out of here.
I hate to be this person because I really don't care that much, but it does affect the integrity of the game. If we can't sit down and watch a game and we're questioning whether or not players out there are doing things on the field that are going to benefit them financially, then what are we paying them hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars for? It's stupid. It is stupid.
We should check our defense. They might be in on something.
Now the first 2 games. And the last,
don't I think the Indians have a pitcher right now that's under a bunch of scrutiny for betting on his own games. It's all over all of sports right now as gambling is so prevalent in the U.S. and now legal in many states, which I think is a good thing.
I forgot my dog outside and it's on my camera.
You'll figure it out.
I'll be about track.
That poor dog. He's had a rough week.
Yeah. All right. Well, he's running out. I think it's time we dive into the game. Yeah, I say we just get right into it. So, Trey, let's hit it.
Hey, what happened? Facts that could save your life.
All right. It's Saturday, March 14th, 2026, in the friendly confines of the Scotts Grow House in front of a reported 19,960. The Columbus Crew went toe-to-toe with the Eastern Conference leaders, Nashville SC. Columbus came out swinging, and the Crew held the edge in a number of stats, including possession with the 57-43 advantage, accurate passes, total passes, and passes in the opposition half. Basically, Columbus dominated the looks good on paper portion of the evening. Unfortunately for the Black and Gold, Nashville controlled the parts of the field that actually matter, and they dominated the stat of all stats, XG. With a commanding 1.16 to 0.22 advantage.
Woof.
And while Rydstrom continues to search for his victory, the puzzle remains unsolved. At this point, he's starting to look less like Paul Dano in The Riddler and a little more like Jim Carrey's version. Lots of energy, plenty of question marks, and still no answers. Haas,
the first
Riddler with those lineups.
The Crew started with Abu Ali up top, Habrun and Rossi behind him, Arfston, Zawadzki, Gomez, and Herrera across the middle. Amundsen, Camacho, Morera in the back with Schulte in goal, while Nashville had 8 changes from their Wednesday matchup against Miami.
Cool.
Surridge, Espinoza, and Mukhtar all start on the bench for Nashville.
Which is their top 3, essentially.
Yep. All right, 10th minute. Nashville's Maher is shown the yellow for his best Gandalf impression, denying Abu Ali the ability to pass him along the touchline.
Ooh.
41st minute, Nashville's Quasim
Pronunciations brought to you by the idiots of Upper 90 Club.
is shown the yellow as he does his best cha-cha slide and gives Herrera a 2-foot hop this time onto his right ankle. 42nd minute, Nashville's Pacious is shown a soft yellow for his refusal to provide the required space to Herrera as he took the free kick. And that wraps up the first half. We go into the half scoreless. Unfortunately, coming out of halftime, Nashville has 2 subs as Sam Surridge and Hani Mukhtar enter the game.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, it doesn't get any better. 51st minute, Amundsen of the Krooners showed a yellow card for his late tackle on the Nashville player. Probably deserved.
It was a bad tackle.
It was a bad tackle.
It was late.
So 13 minutes later, Columbus with the sub as the first time playing Andres Gomez? We'll go with Gomez. Leaves the game for Chambos. 72nd minute, Nashville's Bauer is shown the yellow for his from-behind assault on Abu Ali as he was streaking through the midfield. And in the 77th minute, Crew with the sub as Jamal enters for Herbrun. 87th minute, Najjar of Nashville is shown the yellow card for stepping on the left ankle of Zawadzki as he started to pull away from him. 1 minute later, Crew brings on Monsieur Kabul for Max Arfston. And in the 90th minute, Haas, what happened?
90 plus 4, goal for Mukhtar. Nashville are attacking, and Lovitz has the ball out on the left side and plays a ball into the box that forces Schulte to come out, make an awkward save over Mukhtar. Zawadzki gets on the ball, plays it on the ground to Rossi, who attempts a pass to Chambeau, but Surge presses, knocks the ball back to Tagseth. He finds Espinoza in the middle of the field, lays it off to Nahar, who cuts back, slides a pass through to Espinoza, who has a lot of space. He dribbles into the box, cuts back as Camacho attempts to stop him very awkwardly. He cuts again, dribbles around a fallen Camacho just outside the 6, cuts a pass in to Mukhtar, who's gotten by Zawadzki. He taps it in past Schulte. 0-1 Nashville.
All right. With that, Columbus again fails to score to making it extremely difficult to win a game. And the Crew travels to the Great White North to face off against Toronto FC at BMO Field on Saturday, March 21st at 1 o'clock. Again, that's Saturday, March 21st at 1 o'clock away at BMO Field. Hawes, hit us with those.
Tables. Just tables. Tables. But tables. I can't know how to hear any more about tables.
In the East, we've got NYCFC in first with 10 points, with Nashville directly behind them, also with 10 points. I assume goal differential's the tiebreaker there. NYCFC has 8, Nashville has 6. Miami in third with 7. New York Red Bull in fourth with 7. DC United with 6 points in 5th place. Charlotte in 6th with 5 points. Chicago in 7th with 4. Toronto in 8th with 4. New England in 9th with 3 points. Atlanta, Cincinnati, Montreal, Orlando, all with 3 points. Your Columbus Crew in second to last in the East with 2 points. Philadelphia in 15th with no points.
Ha! Eat it, Philly.
I would say the silver lining is the East is awful.
Yeah.
And that Cincinnati lost 6-1 today.
Yeah, we should point out that, they lost 6-1 and had a red card. And then the game after that went 6-0 to Vancouver.
Up 4-0 in the first half.
Yeah, I was like, what? At least it's not that.
Could be worse.
Yeah, that's bad. That's a bad job. Well, cool. Like you said, eight changes midweek because they had, was it CONCACAF, right?
Champions Miami again this week.
Yep. Yeah, and they took it to Miami. I think we all watched that game, right?
They would ended up 0-0, but they should have probably had 2 or 3 goals in that one, I believe.
Yeah.
Like there was, I don't know how they didn't get a goal.
All right, before we go to break, I think we have a Cirque stat.
This is Steve Cirque, and this is a Cirque stat.
We do. Steve Cirque says, It was the second stoppage time game loser ever allowed by #Crew96 at the SMG Death Star. August 3rd, 2022, Joel Waterman, 93+2 versus Montreal.
We all remember that one.
Losing 2-1. And
that was a Derek Jones foul, correct?
No.
Oh, are you sure?
I wouldn't bet on it.
Pretty good.
So he also said on the bright side, the #Crew96 Banana Kits were glorious as always. Nice to see them again.
Yeah. Totally. It took me till like 20 minutes in the game for it to process. It's like, oh, Banana Kits. They did it. Thank you.
Who else did Banana Kits today? Anybody?
I don't know. Some bottom table team in EPL, I assume.
Or as I would say, one of the best championship teams of next year.
That's okay. They're getting ready to fire the manager.
Come on, you Spurs!
St. Louis did yesterday.
And their Tina Turner kits.
Tina Turner shit mudge kits.
They suck. Also, I'm just really stoked that they didn't allow Nashville to wear any of their yellow stuff, which has happened in the past and left a terrible taste in my mouth. So,
top banana.
Yeah. Thanks, Steve, for the always fun, cool things you bring up after a loss. I love your knowledge. That being said, that's right. We'll be right, Trap.
A retro-inspired jersey. Yeah, that's not bad. A bootleg. Yeah, that would do the job. Just for a few washes, probably. Might fit you, might not. But you know what's even better? The real thing. And that's why I started Retro Screamers. Proudly located in Franklinton, Retro Screamers is Ohio's only vintage soccer store. Our store proudly provides a space for die-hard collectors, the general fan community, and those getting into soccer for the very first time. Open most weekends and by appointment during the week, Retro Screamers provides a wide range of jerseys from across the globe, as well as housing unique memorabilia and rare items dating all the way back to the 1960s. More importantly though, the shop is a hub for the local soccer community, a welcoming and inclusive space where people of all backgrounds, identities, and yes, even rival teams can come together to share an appreciation of the greatest sport on earth. If you're interested in checking us out, just visit us online at retroscreamers.com. You can also schedule an appointment to visit the shop there as well. Also, follow us on Instagram at retroscreamers for more updates and availability on all of our new gear. Looking forward to seeing you soon.
All right, we're back. Oh boy, lot to talk about. Before we get into, we're actually going to read the internet this time because the internet has all sorts of jibble jabs. I did want to talk about the TIFO. The TIFO went up and I saw it on the telly. Haas, you were there. You were there, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it went up and I was like, that's an interesting TIFO. It seems pretty eclectic and real bubbly, goofy type stuff. I was like, well, that's kind of cool. That's different.
Bright colors. Yeah.
I did not know the story behind it. Does someone have the story behind it?
I don't know the story behind it, but I know what they did was TIFO Sweat sent out pieces of that whole TIFO to different schools in Columbus area, and they all finished them individually, and then they put it back together as one TIFO, which is really, really cool.
We're looking at it now, and it looks kind of awesome. Knowing that, I think it makes it one of my favorite TIFOs I've ever seen. Just knowing how they did it. Like now that I can see the pieces and how they put them together, man, there's something to be said because I do see they posted something today where there was, this TIFO in the second German division where it showed like a guy kicking a ball underneath. I don't know if anybody saw that. It's crazy. It's awesome. It's like the entire fourth of the stadium. But, the Columbus Crew being the Columbus Crew doing this, I thought was super clever. And I did not realize that this was happening. And I actually think that reaching out to the community and having them do stuff like this is super tight. So yeah, like I didn't realize this was happening. I'm just going to read what Morgan Hughes, that's Morgan Hughes at Blue Sky. He said, real talk, #TIFO Sweat. Sent these panels out to various elementary schools. The kids of Columbus painted them, sent them back, and the panels were then put together. This is so cool, is what he said. He didn't cuss. And then he said, proud of you, all of you, you're the best. So silver lining to the game, that was pretty sweet. That being said, let's go ahead and read this internet.
Matt Doyle on Blue Sky says, rather than go out and get a new center back this winter, crew CSO Issa Tall made the decision to run it back with 35-year-old Rudy Camacho, who missed virtually all of last year, and boy, is that looking like one of several very poor decisions.
Holy shots fired! Who's made it?
I have
Dude,
a little
that
bit,
is.
I have a little bit of problem with this.
I don't, and I
don't have
love
problem
it.
with. I have a problem with us not getting better defenders. I don't have that much of a problem with Rudy Camacho.
I think Camacho's played decently.
The last 2 games, he's been one of our better players. Yes, the end of this game, he ended up on his butt.
He was trying, man.
He's a meme. He got memeified.
He did.
Yeah, how many cuts are you going to take like that, though?
This
like,
to me,
what are you going to do in that situation?
To me, this is an easy take. This is a very easy take when and I'm not going to say Matt Doyle only watched 5 minutes of the game, but if you only see the clip and you find out that that's what happened, and you see Camacho sliding all over the place, and you see other things, I get it. It's a meme. It's quick. It's easy to come back and go, 35-year-old Rudy Camacho can't handle it. Sure. We got bigger issues than Rudy Camacho in the back.
But I don't disagree. We should have invested in some fresh blood in defense. There's no doubt about that. We all agree with that, I think. We said that from the start, but we didn't say it's Camacho. We're talking about like maybe Almonds. The first 2 games.
Yeah.
It was more Almonds than anybody else.
Camacho had the most touches on the team.
Again.
But that is, I wonder if you put anybody else in center back, they don't put up the same numbers. Touch wise.
No, touch-wise, yeah, he's the one that leads the ball out of the back.
Yeah, I think that's part and parcel to being the center
touch all you want, but if you're not scoring, it doesn't do any good.
There you go.
Like
you're at home and you have 0.22. Right?
You win 0 games, scoring 0 goals.
Okay.
As a defender, he had 7 passes into the final third. Like, I guarantee the rest of the team had 5 or less. Any given player. Like, I think Camacho played well.
I thought
he got beat. He got beat.
But
that was recovery, though. He was played open. There was a gap between him and the left back, and it was a huge open. He tried to go back and recover and capture that player.
So I want to take 2 seconds and break down this play just a little bit, and I'm going to focus on one guy. One guy with a terrible haircut who cannot play a position.
Okay, you're talking about me, and I find that offensive.
No, you play a position.
Agree to disagree.
I'm going to stay in the same position in
the rear.
Which is taking a nap up top in the opposition box.
So, Hugo Picard on this play goes out of position to the central area to try and pick up a player. The ball gets moved past him, he shifts left. Then he shifts right. Then he shifts left. He tries to deny the outside pass, but he doesn't do a good job and opens up a wide passing lane to
Espinoza.
To Espinoza.
He had so much space.
And at that moment in time, that's exactly what happens. And from there, it's just a series of dominoes with people trying to cover the mistake that happened. That play didn't happen in the first half with Max Arfsten, because Arfsten has enough discipline, or Gomez has enough discipline to force that ball out wide. Yeah, I know out wide was Hani Mukhtar. I get it, but you still make that, force the pass out wide versus allowing a line-splitting pass to Espinoza in the box. And then everybody freaked out after it. They scored a goal.
Sure. So, Amundsen got kind of caught on an island, but Picard coming in and playing left wing back.
Man, I thought
I don't know why
there was a position for Picard and for our little Romanian dribbly boy last year, Matan,
right,
where they go in and we talk about them as being chaos merchants.
Sure,
and that's what they do. Unfortunately, in this system, with Rydstrom, they're just lost. He is literally lost. He goes in and he's not playing a position. He's constantly out of position. He's hustling a lot, but he's not doing what he should be doing.
He's getting minutes.
That being said,
not getting minutes.
While I agree, I do think he's getting subbed in the 88th minute. So if I'm the coach, I'm going, listen, there's like 6 minutes left. I'm going to throw in Chaos Agent and see what happens. And it wasn't positive, it was negative. And that's something that happens when you throw on somebody who's like 100% hustle and not exactly sure where he's playing.
But that's a coaching change issue, and that's a player issue, and that is not on our 35-year-old defender.
But I agree. So while I do agree, and I do think Camacho, but the other shade thrown in this, because like if you don't know, Matt Doyle is a MLS
very
freak.
Well respected.
Like, yes, he knows his stuff. The fact that he did say the beginning of this, the reason why I put this up is this blue sky does say 35-year-old Rudy Camacho. He's not necessarily throwing it at Rudy Camacho as much as Issa Tall for like not.
Right. Yeah.
It's more of him saying like the front office is saying, hey, I'm going to run this back and not give him any help. And that is, I would hang my hat on this offseason going, we need new defense. Nothing happens. And then we roll out Rudy Camacho. That is the issue.
And
that
the last sentence,
problem.
And boy, is that looking like one of several very poor decisions, like extending somebody's contract.
Yeah, and
last year.
Yeah, there's been a lot of missteps. I mean, we also got, Bangura, who is a 6'8", so he's not defense. We got the other guy from I don't even know how to say it. I'm not going to try.
Azungada.
No, not even Gomes, but the other guy who's like technically a striker, and then we got Gomes, who is an 8, who we will talk about here in a second, but like no defender. So he made 4 moves. Nobody in the back line. I think that's wild, but let's go ahead and move on. We've got another one from the best internet in the world, the said website, reddit.com. Totally compromised right now, but no big deal. This one comes from Everyday a Summit. And that being said, I will say the Massive has been pretty active after this game. Comments are kind of all over the place. Throwing almost everybody under the bus. I chose this one because I thought this was interesting. So, gracias. 0.2 XG. He says 0.2 XG, crosses to no one, passes to no one, 2 points out of a possible 12 so far. Lads, I'm not sure we're the greatest team the world has ever seen at the moment.
I'm sorry, you mispronounced it. That was lads.
Laddie. So... The point,
I don't know. The crosses to no one. There was maybe one that was to no one. The others were at least in the general direction and could have worked, but didn't.
That's
just kind of how it works.
I want to hit the reset button just a little bit because we didn't talk about it during the breakdown because we didn't actually score because they were called back. But you did have Max Arfson putting a ball off the crossbar. You had Max Arfson putting a ball off the post but being offside, and then Taha scoring. You had multiple corners from dangerous balls that were put in. So, I mean, I think it was said during the broadcast, and it's probably still true that Wesam Abu Ali leads the league in XG.
Going into the game. Yes.
Right.
I don't know about after the fact.
He had 26 touches last game. That is wild.
He only had like 30.
So,
which is normal.
Remember again, XG only counts for if it goes on target.
Correct.
Right.
So if you like gas
shot off the post is 0
previous
XG.
game like hit it over from 5 yards out, that should be a goal. It never counts towards it should be a goal as an XG.
Confirmation that ball did land in Salt Lake, Texas. So
great.
All dogs there were safe. Don't worry about it.
I would say one thing, and we can get into that also maybe in the thoughts of players actually.
Thoughts and players.
Thoughts and players. Got the TP. Let's start formation. Formation was weird. We can kind of get into it here in a second. Did anybody, I sent out I don't want to put you guys on the spot. I actually listened to the poach match breakdown.
Yeah,
I was telling the guys
Matt.
at the break I had a Coke Zero, and I'm like super on. Like I can't have caffeine past noon, or I get real weird.
There's no caffeine in in Coke
No, there's
Zero.
no sugar, but there's caffeine. Anyways, it's basically meth. So the formation, he actually said in the post-match presser. Ooh, that's actually hard to say. He was running this was more close to what he was trying to do, which is a 4-2-3-1 or like a 4-3-3, which I thought was interesting because that's not, I watched it again because I was out and watching it at a bar at this pickleball place in Westerville, whatever. So I watched it again today. And I actually thought the first half was kind of sick. I thought we played phenomenal, but that's neither here nor there. But the formation was kind of all over the place, but it definitely didn't feel like a 4-2-3-1. What did you guys think? What did you see?
I saw the 3-4-2-1.
3-4-2-1.
We were discussing it around kickoff by our seats, and Jesse, we argued back and forth. He insists that we were playing in the 4-back, no doubt about it.
And a lot of the graphics shown, not the one on the game, but a lot of the other outside graphics showed 4-4-2.
Yes, Tracy loves talking about formations because it's
but either way, one thing that we have definitely done was after the first 2 games, he got worried about defense and want to shore it up. So he did make changes to how we play. And this is where I have a problem because Kansas City, 2 errors, 2 goals. First 2 games, we created a lot. And then we just decided to give up on everything we did offensively, it felt like, and just like focus on shoring up the back. And now we don't creating anything. Everybody sits so much deeper. Rossi was playing straight up like right midfielder. If you look at his heat map, he's just in front of Herrera on the right side.
He's a right mid.
Right mid.
Correct.
It's a waste of talent to have Rossi playing where he's playing right now.
So
where he's dropping into.
Yes. Right. So the coach is still trying to figure things out. That is clearly obvious. And it's clearly obvious that he's based on subs and who he's starting. The fact that we just got Gomes and he starts after like 2 days or 3 days.
Crazy. Yeah, absolutely.
That is like, I want everyone to understand that is a crazy thing. Like normally when you get a new guy in, you give him like the last 10 minutes to get the claps in from the fans and like whatever. You don't start the dude and run him 60 minutes, especially considering in the post-match presser, he said he hasn't played in a year. So he only had like 60 minutes. And I'm like, dude, that's not even, and I'm not throwing shade because I actually think he played really well. That being said, the formation was, I think anytime we talk formation, there is with the ball and without the ball. Yeah. With time. Like counters don't matter on both sides. You can't really talk about quote unquote formations, but like when we don't have the ball, we definitely dropped into a back 4. And the past 2 games, they basically scored 0 goals. I mean, they scored 1 goal in 180 minutes. That's pretty good. Don't hate that.
No, and I mean, I think formation wise, it's not bad. There are certain wrinkles of it that aren't really working. I was a huge fan of Gomes. However, we were going to say this, playing that role next to Zawadzki.
Right.
To me, it was very reminiscent of Nagbe, his calm nature, just being able to play like, I don't want to say line splitting passes, but he was able to advance the ball and hold on to it and move it. It was right.
Receive it, make the right turn.
Correct.
To space, find someone open.
Right. You could tell that he was playing on a whole nother level and he hadn't trained or played a lot with this team yet.
Yeah.
But he just has the natural ability to be able to do it. I think this will be something that is good as we continue forward. That's my take. I think he's fantastic. I think that part of the game plan was great. I think the first half was awesome. And then we made subs. And fair play. And like, I do want to shout, I understand their front 3
was subbed out, and then they sub in. The second half was worse because they're technically better. Guys, I predicted that we would get smashed. Like Nashville has been built over the past couple years with BJ Callahan. They are a phenomenal team. They are like killing on all cylinders. Our coach is a month and a half old, and he's still trying to figure out what's going on.
And don't forget the fact that they started season a little early. They had to be prepared for doing the 3C and playing. So,
which is what they had last Wednesday against Miami. Yeah.
Yeah. So they played. They had shorter turnaround, but it's not.
And another game this week.
Yeah. So, but I feel like they're kind of a little bit further into the season than we are too. They're a little bit put together, and it's returning pretty much everybody plus some, and the same coach, everything. So yeah, They have a little bit an advantage on that. So
and at the end of the last season, they were clicking. They were clicking on all cylinders, and they didn't have that much turnover. No,
the sky isn't. I'm saying the sky is falling, but there's something that worries me. I think we got to another one here and I can put them in one box, and it's like the Taha gas. Can you not tell me that Gazdag as a DP can come in and do a better job than what Taha has been doing? And no shade on Taha. He's a young player. He's kind of still learning kind of his trade a little bit, but we put a lot of the creative part on him. He hasn't had his best 2 games. And the fact that we can't have a player like Gazdag come in there and play is beyond me. And I can only take it as that there is something going on. Because even last year he had games he might not have produced a lot, but he was solid on the ball. You know, he put in an effort. He just couldn't get the goals, right? There wasn't many games we said like, oh, he was absolute gave away the ball all the time, or like was just awful. But now he played a solid game, but he wasn't a DP level player.
Right.
But Gazdag isn't going to, I don't remember what minute it was in the second half. Gazdag isn't going to put that pressure on like Habrun and win the ball in the final third, take it down the end line, and play a ball into the box. He's not going to be applying that amount of pressure that Habrun has the energy to apply. While he also has some poor moments losing the ball, I feel like he offers some energy and some skill with the pressure and just being young and fit.
I would say there was a couple of moments where we were laughing because we're doing the thing where he said, oh my God, this is so awful. The next thing he does, he was turning a guy and brought up the field and split their midfield and get through with it. So he has that talent, but I feel like still you put a lot on him.
I think
I don't get, unless there's something going on, there's no reason why Gazdag shouldn't see the field.
This could be one of those scenarios where, how high is your ceiling? How low is your floor? And unfortunately, Dino Gazdag's floor keeps dropping lower and lower and lower. Whereas last year,
I don't know another player. That is a great take. I don't know another player that's has gone lower, and you're like, well, crap.
Well, and that's the thing is last year we're going, but his ceiling is so high, man. He can do this. He can score goals.
Unlock.
We've seen him. What's going to unlock him? And he just keeps dropping. And Taha, I feel like he continues to grow into his talent, and that ceiling does keep getting higher and higher and higher, and the floor keeps going up with it, where his bad games aren't nearly as bad, and his good games just keep getting better and better. And I'm willing to, personally, from a fan of this club, I would rather roll the dice on Taha than suffer with Gazdag.
The young ones.
Do you think this is a tactic that he tried to trigger Gazdag at this point? Say like, hey, because he's almost embarrassing him now, right?
Right. What else do I have to do to get more out of you? What else?
I read a quote where he was talking about Gazdag and how he's such a professional. Like the last game, he didn't play. All the substitutes that didn't play were running on the field afterwards, and he puts up with it. He does it. He puts in the effort, and he doesn't complain about it. But I feel like at some point that's going to break.
Yeah.
But
where he's going to get
matter?
frustrated.
This game could have been one of those things, because we can talk about Taha, and I know that Gazdag and Taha are a better 1-for-1 sub, but for the love of God, I would rather see Daniel Gazdag than Hugo Picard.
So here,
I don't know.
Here's the thing that I want to like harken back to is the formation.
Chambeau came on. We forgot that.
Hold up.
Oh yeah, Chambeau back from injury,
and that was a like for like. But like he said in the presser, he was like, I was running a 4-2-3-1. All right, fair play. In a 4-2-3-1, we saw Rossi basically being a winger. That does not work. We also saw on the 4-2-3-1. The left winger was Taha. Taha is not a winger. His heat map was like the upper left side mainly. I mean, it eventually switched.
I think this is where it's fluid, though. It's fluid. It doesn't matter.
It is, but it isn't. So, like, I think very much that we would benefit up top, not leaving Wessam on an island and getting Rossi up there, because Rossi, I will go to my grave and say that dude is not a playmaker 10. That is not his strong suit. Can he do it? Yes. I would love to see both of them harassing the back line with Taha underneath pulling strings. That being said, I actually think moving forward, Taha would even be better as a 6, Gomes ahead of him, and us getting a playmaker ahead of that. Basically playing a 4-3-3. And the 3 in the midfield need to be Taha. I would even say at this point I would move.
My question is, and I don't have an answer to this.
Right.
Why is Rossi dropping so deep?
I have no idea.
Heat map. That's what I wanted to say. Look at his heat map right now.
I don't like it.
It is all the right side, and he is playing so much defense.
Right.
And he's not in the center of the field.
Like, I agree with Ben's take.
Almost the same heat map as Taha has on there. I went back and looked at the Sporting Kansas City game. I went back and looked at the heat map also against Portland. And then he has much more of his normal role, further in.
Right.
And it's like that, a third of the way into the field, up and down in that channel.
Yep.
And we were looking dangerous. We were looking dangerous, giving up goals, but we were creating stuff. We scoring goals.
That being said, I do want to preface the beginning of this game. I rewatched the first half before we hopped on this pod. We were dangerous. In fact, I think Taha actually was awesome. It was just that last little bit, but we weren't as boring as you think, because the second half was rougher, but it wasn't as bad.
I just don't understand why Rossi is dropping so deep. And I've watched Don back, and I can't figure out. And Wessam is guilty of it at times too, of coming all the way back
to play defense, but they're not doing that.
Right. When we, quote unquote, as we have talked about earlier, are shoring up the defense, but we have we don't have a lot of transition game, and a lot of that has to do with the fact that we don't have 2 up top. It is always one of them up top, and the other one is dropping deep, and I don't understand why that is. I don't know if it's a formational thing from Rydstrom. I don't know if it's
the press going too far. Like, I don't know.
If it's
the player, it was 4-4-2 old school. Like Herrera was a right back, and then Rossi was the right winger, and it's like that
he was playing on the right. So much.
It doesn't feel
to me
like
this has the feeling of a coach instructing them to do something, but they take it a step too far. You know, he's saying, "Hey, I want you to come back on the press, and I want you to press to help. You know, you need to get on the ball more. All that, get on the ball more. Do this, and then all of a sudden they're 20 yards deeper than what they should be.
Right,
and
I think he's still figuring it out for sure.
Yeah, Trey have a great point too, because there was at some point in this game, they were passing around a little bit. I can see them they were kind of thinking. You can almost tell them they're thinking where I should try to do that. It isn't like, it's not fluid yet. It's not muscle memory yet. Like, where are they going to go? It was almost like Rivera was kind of getting the ball up, and he always used to know exactly where he wanted to play the ball. It was almost like he was waiting for, okay, if he moves here, then I'm supposed to play here, and then he's supposed to come in here. And you know, when you have the flow and you understand it, you're into the system. Those things aren't happening that way. They just happen. This instinct takes over. But now I can still see them thinking a lot. It seems like they're thinking a lot on the field, like, I'm supposed to do this rather than just doing it.
And
I think
you go ahead.
I was going to say, I think there were some post-game quotes
where
Rydstrom was saying that in the first half, he thought they were playing too much side to side.
Yeah.
And not direct enough and not threatening enough. But he also talks a lot about this threat, this offensive threat that we're supposed to be applying that just isn't there.
So I want to speak to that for just a second. I know we've kind of like beating the crap out of a dead horse. The horse has been dead for ages. But the thing is, the thing that we did really good in this first 2 games was, we were more decisive in the final third. Cool. But also if we lost it, we would press. Great. The issue in the last 2 games, when Wessam is on an island, he's the only one up there. When we lose the ball and you've got Rossi hanging out with Herrera in the back, like no one is up there. It's hard to quickly press when we don't have the numbers forward. So I feel like it reminds me of, Rydstrom looking at the thing and he's in a boat that has a bunch of like every time he plugs a hole, like another like, thing of water shoots up. And he's just right now trying to figure out how to like plug them all so he can just like
whack-a-mole.
Yeah, it's just like, he's just like, all right, I just got this team a month ago. I got this thing. Cool. He does talk about the new guy we got who is, a young 21-year-old who seems like he's going to be awesome. And it's like, cool. We desperately need another guy up top. I'm telling you, we need somebody who is a 10, who is a, high soccer IQ guy. I'm stoked on Gomes. I actually think he brings a little bit of that.
If he can stay healthy, yeah.
Yeah. Just as long as his foot doesn't get thrown off of his entire body.
Well, and I wanted to call out Ben Arfston, who you have been wishing would play more up top. I thought there was at least a handful of moments where he was involved centrally and forward attacking, and I thought he looked good doing it.
I'm telling you, if you put him in the center of the field behind Rossi and Wessam, I genuinely think he may lose it. We may lose it sometimes, but there will be some creativity because these games are close. We talked about it earlier where since he lost today 6-1, Vancouver won 6-0. Teams are getting blown out. We've lost these games, but they are not. They're like in the post-mass, he talks about like, oh, they're like little things like, we're in these games, like we're close, but we're just not finishing or doing the right things. We're not getting blown out. We're not getting played off the field. Yeah. And I agree with that. It's frustrating. It is not like the Nazi time.
Yeah,
some of those games were frustrating.
Max
this one is just
in
like,
the middle.
But I think
Ben's been calling for it for weeks now.
So not necessarily in the middle. I think very much that there is my wet dream world was when we had Ramirez, Cucho, and Rossi up top, and it was fluid, and they were just switching. They were on the same page. There was someone behind pulling the strings, and it could be Cucho, it could be Rossi, it could be Ramirez. Like there was somebody that was they were just moving up there, and it was a nightmare for defenses. Right now, it's just Wessam on an island. Rossi's playing on defense, and it's just
Rossi's
like, dude,
running all over the place.
Yeah, and it's just like, man, I don't want that.
Arfston's shot, and that's something I was thinking about.
Crossbar?
Yeah, the crossbar shot. That's no reason why he can't do that about every game. It's one piece I feel like
Get him
cut in and take it. Yeah.
Missing from his game is to like he's so good at getting separation. So why don't get that separation going inwards like that every now and then, just to make it also like you can't always just beat him up.
Let him drift.
Let him
do that.
Finish, because I think he can. What's lacking for him is get more goals. To be honest. I mean, like in where he gets to chances and where he's on the field, he should probably get a little bit more goals than he's getting.
Well, and that's why I actually questioned when Ben was saying play him in the center, because I kind of picture him as having the most success when he has that Iron Robin role where he's playing on the outside, cuts in, has the ability to hit either the dangerous cross or that ball. Like he hit the crossbar.
And he had a couple crosses that were disgusting. Like I said, I rewatched it. It's like if you rewatch the first half, he had a good half.
Max played really well.
Max is one of our constants. He's been good every game. I thought Herrera was for the most part pretty good again.
Herrera had some great balls in. His one almost got to Wessam.
Massive.
Yeah. Farsi coming back is going to be a thing. I think.
Does he come back?
No, he doesn't come back. I have no
faith.
He's gone.
I'm kind of giving up on that. There's always going to be people injured. There's always going to be something like the dream thing of like somebody coming back. When we were good, it didn't matter who was next man up kind of situation, right?
It's different times, but again, like, you know, what the coach said, he recognizes the things that we recognize. He sees the positive, the negative. He's still trying to figure stuff out.
Yeah, be patient.
The world is not falling. And the good news, my hope was the East. My hope was that we would start out strong because we had so many people coming back that we would get a points lead as we figure this out. Unfortunately, that's not the case. That being said, the East, we're one game away from being like
playoffs
7th. Yeah, like everybody sucks, dog. But we're not getting blown out. Like, that is a great thing.
I'm very interested to see if Akunzada starts at some point.
Right. And we are linked.
We are
linked to another.
His jersey number?
What is it?
90, baby.
That's too high.
He's our upper 90 boy.
Yep. Holy
Once he gets going, he's the boy.
We are all on board with him. That has got to be the take.
My favorite player.
Well, we're also linked today with another guy from, I believe, his league. That same guy's league. I'm not even going to try to pronounce any of this stuff, but it is a defender. So
Isn't he from Azerbaijan?
Azerbaijan.
That's where he's from, but was that the league he was in?
I thought that's the league he was playing in.
Yeah, he was playing that. Yeah. Korabag or Korabag.
Same. That team's defender we were linked to as well today. I'm not even, QARAB. Not a word. Whatever. Nice. All right. When we get back, we are going to talk. We're going to go over the next game, which is a early afternoon Mimosa Toronto game. Get our listener standings, get our standings, and do the prediction, and then we'll do the Crew 2 stuff, and then we'll get out of here. So
run it out.
Be right
trap.
This episode of the Upper 90 Club is brought to you, as always, by Supporter Supply Company. Hi, friends, this is your good pal Morgan Hughes, here to talk to you about a serious issue facing 96% of all Crew supporters in Columbus. Why, not enough free shipping, of course. For a limited time now, through the eventual heat death of the universe, Upper 90 Club listeners can use the promo code Upper90Boys. That's boys with a Z on the end of it, at checkout for free delivery on absolutely any order over $10. But Morgan, what if I order $10 worth of stickers, or those goddamned buttons, or some other combination of small items that make you want to kill yourself? Will the free shipping still apply then, even as you curse our family, while you package up our little tiny annoying ass order for us? Of course it will. That's just how much we here at Supporter Supply value our friends at the Upper 90 Club. So head on over to supportersupply.co and use the promo code Upper90Boys. That's boys with a Z at checkout for free shipping on all your orders over $10. And don't forget to tell them that your friends at the Upper 90 Club sent ya.
All right, we are back. For those who don't know, we are doing a kind of a season standing prediction table. So every week before the game, we're going to Blue Sky, Tweet, X, TikTok, Facebook,
Insta,
Friendster, 23andMe,
MySpace,
Live Journal, Bandcamp. We're going to do all that. We're going to try to get it out. If not, sometimes, usually, Inui will hit us up and be like,
you can text us directly. That's fine. We don't mind.
Absolutely.
We don't know you, but we don't mind.
So we're going to keep just basically
Instagram.
So we're going to be running a
slide into our DMs. We love that.
Do it. We have nothing to do. We're not doing anything. We're all old. I'm just kidding. We're young. We're so young. We're cool. We're cool as crap.
We still wear ankle socks, man. We're not.
But that's cool now. We do kick flips at the DJs playing Deadmau5.
I'm past the ankle socks.
You got to have socks up to your calves.
I hate socks. I hate tying shoes. So,
those are not
does someone have does someone have the listener standings?
Listener standings. We've got a bunch of people tied at 1. No one got it this time around.
Wow.
No one got it last time around. Keekna, CLC Rocker, the Floor Deck, Michael Jagger, and your guy Duff all have one correct prediction.
Guy Duff.
Our guy Duff.
My hope
guy
this year is I get to be your guy Duff. Man, that was like 2 years ago that he didn't he win or something like that?
Is that like the Common Man and Torg or something? My guy? No.
My guy.
My guy.
That comes from Borat.
I know that part.
Yes, it is very, very.
We watch movies.
Common Man and T-Bone. That was one of their things.
Yeah,
Yes.
I
Great.
thought so when I did listen.
But
to
also, we have our own
We
standings.
appreciate them.
Like we had talked about before, the thing on the line, if you win, no one cares. But if you lose on Christmas, you are going to be an idiot. And the good news is we are, go ahead, Trey.
The good news is we have some very exciting new punishments coming up. They will be
going to
revealed
build every year.
Mm-hmm. They'll be revealed, but it is new. It is different.
You have to kill a cat in front of your children.
Different than just wearing the shame kit
Oh, much different.
and getting booed.
You're going to get more than booed.
I saw some listeners are still
Dunk tank
booing.
with
Still
queso?
booing
Queso dunk tank?
with the
We're trying.
predictions
We'd actually talked
post
about it.
showing him.
The kids,
Wait, what was that, Hoss?
Listeners are still booing in the comments
Good. They should.
with the picture of Mars wearing the shame kit.
Whoever loses will also have to wear the shame kit. And we are figuring out exactly what that looks like for next year.
And if you have ideas of something we should do that would be terrible, like we're hilarious, so we have our own stuff. But if you have something like, oh man,
we're here for your enjoyment.
Yeah.
So
hit
us up. We have some ideas that we are going to reveal once we workshop them and figure out the legalities of pulling off what we would like to pull off.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Pull
That
that
being
hard.
said, Mort, you got the standings for our upper 90 club boys.
Yeah. So this week, nobody had us losing 0-1, which is the correct order. But we had 3 losers in this group that predicted that we would lose, which is Haas, Ben, and Mars that all predicted us. So they got 1 point. So with that, it means then that Haas and Ben has 3 points, Trey and I have 1 point, and Mars has 3 points. And you guys are ahead of 2-1 bot right now, which is also...
Get out of here, 2-1 bot.
Yeah, he's freaking terrible. Are you kidding me? The Euro snob in him.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Everything about Norway's best.
Yeah.
2-1 bot is beating Trey and Mort, though.
Low bar.
Could Norway win the Paralympics? I think not. Go ahead.
I don't think that's a thing. All right. So this week, like I said, 1:00 again, early game in Toronto. I did talk to you guys know Pete from New to Crew. He actually will be at the game, which I think is kind of awesome.
That's because he's not American, then they let him into Canada.
Yeah, that's also true. I don't blame him. Yeah, dude. If I was Canadian, I'd be like, yeah, no Americans. But so Toronto currently has 1 win, 1 draw, and 2 losses. They sit 8th with 4 points. And their first 4 games, they played FC Dallas and lost 3-2. They played Vancouver away and lost 3-0, which, Vancouver is kind of awesome. They went to Cincy and won 1-0, so fair play to them. And this past weekend, I think they actually had the early game. Did they have the early game?
They had the early game.
So they have 2 early games. So they played Red Bull. I watched some of that game. Red Bull kind of dominated, but
they dominated
tied
the entire day. Game.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, and they scored in the last. Well, Red Bull scored in the last seconds to tie it. But
apparently, Toronto gets all of the 1 p.m. games because they play us this weekend at 1 p.m. Next weekend, Colorado at 1 p.m. Nope. The following weekend, Cincinnati at 1 p.m. The following, Austin at 1 p.m. 2 weeks later, Atlanta at 1 p.m. In May against San Jose at 1. What is going on? Why do they only play at 1 p.m.?
Yeah, it could be that they're working on the stadium.
Right. Yeah. I mean, there's absolutely.
Whoa. Don't gloss over that. Explain.
Well, they're hosting the World Cup at that stadium this summer.
So they play early, and you think people are going to work after the game?
All of those 1 p.m. games are at home.
I'm trying to come up with something.
What is happening?
It's cold at night in Canada.
It's so cold.
It's not cold at 1 p.m.?
It's less cold at 1 p.m. than it is at 6 or 7:30.
True.
Something's going on here. Something funky's going on in Toronto.
All right. So Toronto, this is well, I guess technically it's the
Yeah, we're playing Toronto. Trillium.
The Trillium Cup.
it feels good to have that old Trillium Cup sting. Are they still doing that? I'm not sure if they're. Yeah, I don't know. We've been over this 1,000 times.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
What's a trillium? Who actually knows?
Nobody knows.
Flower.
So they, like I said, they're not doing great. They did get Walker Zimmerman this year. So for those that don't know, Walker Zimmerman is the quintessential. They used to play for Nashville.
Tall white boy.
Yeah, tall center back. They also got Jordy Mihailovic, who is a phenomenal player. He scored in the last game. He is probably their best player. He plays in the center of the field. I think they normally play like a 4-3-3. They have Cifuentes, who is also really good, and they also have Osorio. How old is Osorio at this point?
The big signing, of course, in the back was they picked up Zimmerman, right?
Do they have? Is that
right?
Where,
He's 33.
God, is that where Larea plays?
He is.
God,
yes, your favorite player, Trey.
I hate him as well.
Bug guys.
The problem is, so yeah, he plays for the Canadian national team. He's 31. Is he dirty? He's like a very.
He's what you would call le.
Yeah.
They will have for our match Josh Sargent.
That's
new big
right.
signing.
And he played this. He got subbed in this last game, and he did not look bad. They also have Raheem Edwards up top, who I rate. So he
played against New York. I didn't realize he was available for that. But
he
yes,
did.
looks like he did.
Yeah, he played. He got subbed in. I have no idea when he actually got subbed in. So I mean, they have a decent defense. They have Mihailovic in the center with Osorio. So they have a lot of their team is very upper 20s to 30s. You know, Zimmerman's in his 30s, Edwards in his 30s, Larea's in his 30s. Like I said, they're on a loss, win, draw. And they did not look good this last weekend, but you know, we'll have to see. We're kind of a wild card at this point. I mean, I know we only have 2 points, but I still rate us probably. But hey, we're not here to talk about stuff. We're here to predict. Let's get our predicts out.
All right, let's talk about D's.
I don't know. I thought I
you got to think about that.
I'm already sweating.
Man, I don't even know.
Buckle up, Buttercup.
My tongue is sweating.
I'm not good at doing things.
You're dumb.
All right, we got them all in. Haas cheated, but we'll start with Mars here. Crew put up a stunning change of form and deliver me, your ghost host, a 4-0 victory for my big day. 0-4 official prediction.
Wow. Is he
also 2-1? No, he's doing terrible. Also, 2-1 bot finally receives his presidential pardon from ITS.
He said his, and from he's saying its role.
Its role in the January 6th Capitol attack.
It was a friendly gathering, he said.
It was the one wearing the buffalo hat. I guarantee you that's who he is.
Hat.
Don't get into the discussion about that hat again.
Bless his heart. Bless his little heart. Trey, you said, suck it 2-1 bot. The crew go to the 6 and show TFC how kinging is really done right in the face of the champagne poppy and ovo. I understood mostly none of that. 1-2 crew, baby. So you and 2-1 bot are like having secret touches in the back seat.
Mm-hmm.
All right, fair enough.
Anything
to add to that?
Yeah, I'm going to get that pardon.
Get that pardon. Get that pardon.
Trey's waiting for his pardon.
Mort says, Trillium Cup winners 2026, baby. Toronto 1, Crew 2. Fudge Sergeant. We got Captain Picard. So sorry.
I took my buddy's advice this week.
About what? Fudge?
2-1.
No, 2-1.
Your buddy is in like your C
Trey.
Bison
Your
hat
bot boy.
wearing bot boy.
All right. Haas says, oh man, this is a lot. I got to like breathe in here. 1-1 crew win. Anything to add?
Cheater.
No.
Great. So 1-1. So we have 4-0, 2 2-1s, or 1-2 respectively. A 1-1 crew win.
What did you have, Ben?
Oh yeah, Ben. What did you
I said
have?
Sergeant Butt P gets his first goal against a tired back line, but your boy Wessam grabs one along with, you guessed it, super sub Bob Saget. Crew win 1-2 because that's what we're made
Oh my God.
Bam.
For the listeners, and while you have probably headphones on too, so you suffer with us. So
I backed away.
So did I, but I forgot I had headphones on, so it didn't work.
You guys are just mad because I have perfect pitch. So
your pitch perfect.
3 of us said 2-1 crew playing away. We have 1 tie, which could put Hawes in the lead. And we have a 4 of smashing, which feels bananas.
Yeah,
considering we've scored 0 goals in the last 2 games.
And we know how bananas feel.
Hey, Ben, do you know who else predicted 2-1? Prediction: Columbus Crew will beat Toronto 2-1 because Canada can't handle an angry Crew. After last week's loss, the Columbus Crew will arrive in Toronto with the emotional stability of a team that just watched the film session twice. Yeah, I guess. Toronto will actually score first because away game demand a little drama, and the crowd at BMO Field will briefly believe something magical is happening. But in the 64th minute, West
here comes the Crew.
will level things with a ruthless finish, reminding everyone that strikers have short memories and even shorter tempers. Then in the 83 minutes, our only other goal scorer apparently on this team, Diego Verrazzi.
Bob Saget.
Curls it in. Does he curl it in?
Will slide in the winner into the corner and calmly jog away while Toronto defenders stare at each other like someone unplugged the Wi-Fi. Final score, Columbus 2, Toronto 1. Moral.
Oh, good God.
Lose 1 at home and hear the crowd roar. Then take 2 on the road and settle the score.
Taking 2 at home sounds real suspect.
No, you take 2 on the road.
Yeah, whatever. All right. Well, we don't have a run club. I probably won with 4 miles, actually more or whatever. So keep running. We will figure out later when Himmel's back, so he has all the fun stuff. Getting a call here from the Crew 2, Mr. Carlos. What do we got here?
Hey there, Crew Cats and Kittens. The Crew 2 game just finished. They took nAssville FC 2 at home, the Baby Pigeons, at Scott's Miracle Grove Stadium, and the game, much like the first team, ended a 0-0 tie. It looks like the first and the second team are playing hand-to-hand this season. What we saw was very similar to what we saw on Saturday, where the Cappies did not look so hot in the offense, but at least the defense looked a lot more composed and a lot better overall. Getting that clean sheet was very, very good, and it's the signs of better things to come because we know our attack is capable, much like the first team. So being safe in the back gives me good things to think about coming up in the season. We historically have a bad performances against New York City FC as well. So I'm glad that we were able to come with the tie. As you know, in MLS Next Pro, if a game ends in a tie, it goes to a penalty shootout, and whoever wins the shootout ends up taking an extra point. So a tie can be worth 2 points, and yep, the Cappies won the shootout 5-4. They did something that I didn't agree with. They won the coin toss and chose to shoot second, which statistically puts you at a disadvantaged position. But I think they were just being nice to the visitors, trying to give them a chance because, they always had it in the bag. It ends up being 5-4 after 6 rounds. We missed a PK, and then Luke Pruder, who had an amazing game. He has a first-team contract, but has been playing as the goalkeeper for the Cappies. Makes a couple of amazing saves and ends up saving as well during the PK shootout. And then Eli Granda, who is an academy product, buried it in the net to give us that extra point. A couple other highlights. We saw Tristan Brown, Quinton Elliott, Chase Adams, and Owen Prestes also play, who they all have first-team contracts. Prestes and Brown were average at best. Chase Adams looks like he was having some issues with his first touch, but did have a couple good chances. Quinton Elliott was amazing. He played right center back. For some reason, I think he's much better as an offensive weapon, but he was great there. Great on defense, amazing in the offense. Some great dribbles. Really aggressive when he has the ball and is going on the attack. So that was really cool to watch. Next game for the Cappies will be against Toronto FC2. That one is at home as well on the 15th. Hope to see lots of folks there cheering them on. And after that, we have another home game, and that's the Hackens Possible Derby, but that's only on the 21st, but also at home. Again, hope to see people at the stadium. Thank you for having me, and let's go Crew.
All right, thanks, Bird. I love that, again. I'm
Adams,
say it,
baby.
Yeah, brace, and then a winner at the death. Abdurraqib got 3 assists. Did you guys watch that game? I actually was able to watch it. I'm gonna try to, because it's on YouTube and it's free. I'm going to try to tweet it out or whatever on all the things. So if you got nothing going on.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna tweet it out. I got you.
Yeah,
I
tweet
caught
it
a
out.
little bit of it.
Yeah, it's kind of sweet. I mean, it's just on YouTube. Like, there's no reason not to watch it. We also had Ruvalcaba in the back.
Ruvalcaba, Chase Adams, Brown.
Yeah, Tristan Brown.
Wasn't there someone else that started? Maybe not.
I think Pruder probably was in goalie.
Pruder in goal.
Slapstick?
I don't actually think he played. Elliott played. I know Elliott played. Elliott started in the back. So we still
need to
have
get Gazdag on that bench.
Seriously, I still would love the idea of having
some minutes somewhere.
Exactly. Like, if you don't play and your crew two's there, like, let them get that run in. I mean, that's what other teams have done, and I just wish we would kind of adopt that. But
what is wrong?
How funny would that be?
Let's have Pippa running. Oh, boy. That would be great.
Yeah, I don't know. That being said, Chase Adams did look good. He does play like the same role that Wesson plays, where he doesn't get that many touches. He's very much kind of a fox in the box, final third only type guy, but he does finish. I mean, a brace, fair play. I think he's pretty good. Well, that's pretty much it. I don't got anything else. Anybody going up to Toronto? No, didn't think so, because we broke.
The Falls.
Sure. The Falls. Oh, the Falls. Niagara Falls.
Yeah,
is
Niagara
Toronto
Falls.
by Niagara Falls?
Yes, it is on the way.
Near there.
It's on the way.
It's about an hour and a half north of Niagara.
Yep.
So you still have to travel like a lot.
Yeah,
You go
through
through
the barrel,
Niagara.
over the falls.
Who here has been to
Toronto.
Niagara Falls? Raise your hand.
Oh, me. Multiple times.
All of us?
Oh, yeah.
All of us have. I'm assuming Mars has. There's no way he hasn't.
I went to Niagara Falls for our honeymoon.
I don't hate that.
How many
In
wax
February.
museums did you go to?
Not enough.
One. Ripley's.
I
And
went
then
to
the casino.
Ripley's too.
The casino multiple times.
Is Ripley's, believe it or not, still around?
Yeah.
So I got it. I vividly, one of my like memories that I absolutely think about once a month minimum is the box that the guy went into that went over the Niagara Falls to begin with. They have at the Ripley's, believe it or not. And I got in that box and got so sick thinking about,
you should get tested if you got that sick from a box.
Box?
Well,
Wasn't it
yellow
barrel
card.
or
I don't
something?
have cards. Yeah, it was like a barrel box.
Sorry, this is my business.
Dude, we went a night early.
You have barrel business?
We got
barrels.
like 12 inches of snow as we traveled. And we were like in Niagara, New York. We stayed there. It snowed like 12 inches. And then we crossed the border and it snowed like another 6-7 inches.
6-7. We're so cool.
It's around children today.
And our socks have gotten pulled up. That's cool. All right.
Yeah, great story. So the other thing I think is pretty funny about Ripples, believe it or not, is they have like as you walk around, they kind of like, there's a flow to the place. So you stop at this thing and it's like, oh, a lot of people have like, can make certain things with their tongue. Do the, the little circle thing, or do the
like
clamshell.
The cherry. What? Clamshell?
Yeah, the clamshell with their tongue. Clover.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So like they have that. And then you walk around the corner and the other way and there's a two-way mirror. So like as people are trying to do it, there's people that can watch them. And I thought it was funny, but my dad, I actually now know that I should not. The way I'm going to say this is going to sound terrible, but he does a lot of tight stuff with his tongue. Like he can do the clover. He can do all the stuff.
And my parents are still married.
And I love my dad. And my dad, yeah, in hindsight, I saw that a mile away. I should not have read it. Anyway, I hope his parents are still cool. So
love you, Don.
Yeah, soccer fan, love it.
Don G.
I don't think I have anything else. Keep on the socials with Nordica. We'll have probably a watch party. Hopefully, it's not at
Pine House
or some other.
It should be pretty empty at the Pint House at 1 p.m. on a Saturday.
That's true. Maybe it's at like a Burger King on like North and
March Madness.
Oh, you're right.
Yep.
Won't have any TVs on the crew.
Not at all.
Have a soccer season starting. Whoop whoop! First tournament.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I'm jealous.
Yeah.
Well, whatever. So we'll keep our ear to the ground, see what's going on. Yeah, Nordica party will definitely be happening. Just remember it's 1:00, so wake up, you jerks. And I don't think I have really anything other crew happenings or whatever, but here's what we always say when we get off this podcast.
Go.
Miss you, Mars. Come back.
Thanks, everyone, for joining the club. We hope you'll listen next week and every week, even in the off-season, to celebrate or commiserate. We'll save you a seat. If you like this podcast, please give us 5 stars and subscribe. You can email us at upper90clubpod@gmail.com. That's upper90clubpod@gmail.com. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at upper90clubpod. Go Crew!
I almost got lost in a hole that we were continuing and it wasn't a cut-in.
You almost got lost in your own hole. You I almost got lost in my own hole. Trying to find my prostate, I found my lower intestine.
How am I not myself?